Technical difficulties. Okay. All right, we are live. This is my second live, and I'm still new at it, so be forgiving. I'm just excited for anybody to join and chat for tonight's live session. The neat thing about live videos is they stay on the channel, so you can always come back. I'm trying to find my camera so I know where I'm talking. Okay. So you can always come back and rewatch and get your questions answered. And I will continue to do live sporadically moving forward. I think I say like 2 a month is something that's reasonable to do. Welcome to YouTube Live. The last live I did last minute. Sometimes I make these goals and I say just do it because I'm scared to do it because it's new. And I went live during the State of the Union. And that was not the best for audience retention or even beginning, but it's okay because it still gave me some experience with live. Hello, hi from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Thank you, Trina. Yay, this is exciting. I get to get remotivated. I feel like doing the live. Oh my gosh, I'm still wearing like this fanny pack that held my phone while I walked my dogs. So there's that. Welcome, guys, my channel. So I'm Marina Blackford. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. I post weekly videos, and I've been doing that regular since March of 2020. It was my goal to make a channel that would pay forward breast cancer tips. Yeah, so I started with my chemo hacks and what to bring to chemo videos. And that was 5 years after my first cancer diagnosis. I was diagnosed March of 2015 with stage 2 triple negative breast cancer, BRCA positive, grade 3. And I was young, I guess you could say. I have a funny sense of humor, but hello, welcome. Hi, Wanda. I have seen your comments. Welcome. Here's just some lightheartedness about cancer. You never felt so young until you had cancer because it's the time when they're like, oh, but you're so young. And you're like, oh, thank you. You can get cancer at any age, unfortunately. So I created my channel in 2015 after the first time I got diagnosed, and I have made a commitment to posting videos. I kind of got going more in the fall of 2015 with uploading videos to my channel and got some more experience under my belt. And then boom, I was diagnosed with my second breast cancer diagnosis in December of 2020. Like, really? So just very 2020 to sneak one in there. So I have continued to document my journey. You will find videos on my channel with chemo tips and radiation tips and surgery tips. And now, being a survivor 2 times, I am navigating through the mental health part of it, which is huge. Mental health in your journey is going to come into play with getting through the journey. But to be honest, I think it's not talked about enough. I think there's a lot to address after the journey or after your active treatment is done. You're floating through survivorship and what is next. So welcome, guys. My topic tonight is mental health. Yay, look at all you East Coasters. Hello. Well, East Coast to me. I'm very West Coast here in Arizona. Hi, welcome. Thank you. I'm so happy it's helping me. I had no idea how much reach I could have. I just knew I could have more reach than I was having just with my friends and family on Facebook and being so open about my journey. So that's why I'm here with this YouTube channel. I'm kind of building a little bit of time for people to hop on, but let's just get going, guys. So welcome. I've started with that. Again, welcome to my subscribers. I love seeing people's names that have commented. Thank you, guys. I see your comments. It keeps me motivated. So I really appreciate all the likes and comments that you guys post. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. So that's about me. I am a two-time breast cancer survivor, but let's talk about you guys. I'm here for you. Um, I've been where you're at. I've been diagnosed and I've been through it and on the other side more than once. So let's let's just take a moment to pause and address maybe the elephant in the room, which is we're talking about cancer. And I think the elephant in the room is just, I want to just acknowledge that I'm just proud of anybody that is looking up information on YouTube, on the internet, to help you in your journey. Like, this is like, if you're doing this for yourself or a loved one, um, BRCA negative, 54 years old. Okay. Yes. So you had a hormone response to breast cancer. Um, but don't lose my train of thought. So losing my train of thought. Stay chemo brain, work brain, mom brain has been busy. Um, but this is huge. You guys are looking up information. So you're here, you have found my channel. And so that's huge. So that's taking a step and already helping yourself or someone that has cancer. And I just want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that you guys are just doing something really good for yourself. I could have used something like this when I was diagnosed because I just felt like, um, when they give you the handouts and the booklets of the cancer center, you're like, okay, yada yada, eat balanced. Yeah, report to your nurses about how you're feeling. But it's so tangible to know someone that's been through it and that can give you any little tips that might help. So that's why I created this channel. I wanted some like positivity. I wanted to hear from somebody who'd been through it that said, yes, you can get through it with some grace. Um, that being said, I really want to acknowledge the next step. Coming up here, but you can get through this with grace. But part of getting through something with grace is being honest with yourself. And so you have to be honest with your feelings and you got to feel them. All right. So thank you for being here. This place is a bit about community for me, YouTube. It's created a community. And so I'm going to encourage you guys to, again, subscribe so that you feel connected to me and getting some questions answered, not just from me, but other people that see them. But beyond this, if you find a Facebook group that helps you, I highly recommend that. I am on two that help me. One is BRCA Strong, and the other one is Young Survivors. And those are just two groups that I know I can go to if I have questions about surgery, medications, hysterectomy. That's where I'm at really is more so navigating through life without hormones. So that's still new to me, and I'm figuring that out. So finding a Facebook group could also be very helpful. So I'm going to encourage that for you guys. Two-time breast cancer, first time all positive. Yeah. And you're halfway through chemo. Okay. Yay. Good luck to you. You've been there, so you know all things are possible and you just keep going. Um, yeah, chemo sucks, guys. I have got a lot of people ask I've had a lot of people ask me about chemo and pain and stuff lately. Um, Chemo is hard to explain. Some people are pleasantly surprised that it's not as bad as they thought, but that's really due to a lot of the pre-meds that help. So again, you should have a good oncology team that's making sure you're getting an anti-nausea, you're getting an antihistamine, you're getting steroids, to keep your appetite stimulated. So, um, but at the same time, it's really tough because there's still fatigue. I think fatigue for me is almost the worst because it's just fatigue plays into what we're talking about today, mental health. When I am tired, I feel more stressed, I feel more anxiety. So, um, part of the discussion today is to really take care of yourself. All right, let's move into just the first thing I want to talk about. I have just a couple key things here, and then you guys just throw your questions out. I try to look for them and answer. I just want to, I congratulated you for being here, helping yourself. So the next thing I just want to talk about with mental health is I think accepting where you're at in this journey. And where you're at, it doesn't matter if you're in it, you're after it, um, you've been told you need a biopsy and you're scared. I want you just to breathe. I think everything comes back to the breath. It's connected directly to mindfulness, which is huge in mental health. So, literally being mindful of breathing. Would you be surprised how often we hold our breath during the day when we are stressed? It's crazy. So, I want you to breathe in this moment, acknowledge where you're at, fight or survivor, whatever it is. And then I want you to feel some of those feelings you're feeling because it can be really scary to feel them. So, feeling your feelings is I'm feeling nervous, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling happy because today I didn't feel as bad as yesterday. But just acknowledging those feelings is really the first step in figuring out what the next step is. And I was just listening to a podcast to inspire me today. I'm going to encourage a lot of you to do some positivity to help you because it helps me because I'm not always positive at all. I don't think being positive means you're always happy, by the way. But to help me, I listen to podcasts a lot. So, what's been inspiring me lately is a very popular podcast by Jay Shetty. Shetty. He is a monk that has become famous on social media, and he does podcasts weekly that are very inspiring. And then I also love the Oprah Super Soul podcasts. Oprah. Um, I was listening to Jay Shetty today, and he was talking with Dr. Julie. Ooh, I forgot her last name, Chemo Brain. But he was talking to a doctor on her newest book. Why didn't anybody tell me this? And here was something that they talked about that was so key was to feel the emotions. So you got to feel the emotions that make you feel scared, anxious, sad. Because when you start to numb feeling those and you guys just get through the motions of like going to appointments and just getting through, which is something you'll hear us say sometimes, like you just got to get through it. You start to actually block out feeling some of the positive emotions. You're probably in what I call survivor mode, and I have been there. Like you're like, I'm not going to acknowledge how much this sucks right now because I just need to get to my next appointment, and I need to not feel like I'm going to throw up. I know, I hear you. So, comment here. Some days I feel petrified that I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Yeah, like, but you know what? They'd say it's good to feel those emotions because it's going to turn you on to the good emotions too, which is that then you can acknowledge when you're happy in a moment. So here's my point. You guys got to feel these emotions that we're scared to feel because when you start to block them by just being busy at work, um, busy getting things done around the house, just I'm too busy to even talk to my family or friends or something. Like there's excuses we make, and you're actually doing a bit of that. You're making excuses because you're not dealing with the emotions. Mm. Oh man, these I don't know. I really felt this one, and so we have to feel the lows to feel the highs, and that's my point there. And if you want to hear more on that, go check out Jay Shetty and his podcast. That one was called, I think, something about emotionally and turning on unblocking emotions. That's what it was. All right, so that brings us to the next step. You feel emotions, so you got to kind of feel what's going on with your body physically. I think again, just acknowledging how you feel mentally and physically is the first step in your mental health. So physically, if you're going through treatment right now, you might be feeling nauseous, you might be feeling bloated, you might be feeling tired. I really need to fix my timer here. You guys can still see me, right? Um, uh, my echo reminds me to relax. So feel those emotions, and then physically feel feels physically acknowledge how you're feeling. Am I feeling all those things? Because then once you guys acknowledge where you are and you accept where you are, you can move on to the next thing, which is doing something about it. So that's my next advice to you here: is how am I going to do something about it? Tackle it in small bites. For me, what helps me is what is my big picture goal. Hi to anybody that's still on here. Big picture goal. If you're going through treatment, I need to do the best treatment to get me cancer free. And what is that? You got to make sure you're on board with your oncology team. So is it going to be chemo, radiation, surgery? Is it just going to be radiation surgery? Um, if I've been told I don't have to do chemo, just maybe understand why so that you know that you are put in the best position to beat your cancer so you can get to your goal, which is to be cancer-free. Now that I'm cancer-free, what's my goal? Oh, it's to really acknowledge the feelings that I probably did suppress a bit when I was going through it. So lately I feel both. I feel anxious and I feel like I want to cry happy tears like all the time. Yeah, I think having the best oncology team is going to help you guys. So always get a second opinion if you can, because I think it'll help you know that you have a good oncology team that you're working with. And then you're going to be close with that team for years. So that's why you really want to have faith in your doctors, because that's a relationship that you're going to have for a while. So moving on to the next thing here. So, what's your big picture goal? What are the small steps to get you there? My goal going through when I had cancer was to just feel my best and what was going to help me feel my best. Hence, all the videos I have tried to put out there for you. Feeling my best is controlling what I eat, getting enough sleep. What's going to help me sleep? I mean, I did everything, guys. I did um, everything to me besides more medication. Oh my gosh, today, I'm so sorry. We have somebody that said it just diagnosed today. I'm sorry. Today is the day you'll always remember. I think my day was March 9th, and I always remember the day. I remember where I was when I got the phone call. I was diagnosed. And then on my channel, I share sitting in my car knowing that I was being diagnosed the second time. I'm so happy my videos have helped. Um, yeah, continue to watch, continue to ask questions because that's what I'm here for. I'm also on Instagram at Marina Blackford. You can direct message me there. That's a great way for me to answer specific questions for you guys if you want. I usually get back in a day or two just because I work and have toddlers. But yeah, I'm happy to help you there. Um, all right, so let's move forward. What else? Small goals to get you there. Oh yeah, so I would help with sleep. Ah, your diagnosis anniversary. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Um, So to help me sleep, I would use, gosh, I have so much chemo brain today, guys. It's been busy, but I would use lavender essential oil. I'm huge on meditation apps. I think they really help. So I'm using Down Dog right now for all my fitness and meditation. But just I think something like that would help. So again, small bites to get to your big goal. All right, let's see what else I have on here. I'm going to tell you my mantra again, guys. If you're here, you've heard me say it one day at a time. What do I need to do today? What's the most important things to get done today? I usually pick three things. What are the three things that I feel like need to get done that are going to help me move forward? I mean, it could be laundry, it could be making a phone call, and then it could be taking care of yourself. Should be taking care of yourself. Um, all right, here's a next step in helping mental health. This came from the podcast today. A huge one that I go in and out of, to be honest with you guys, is journaling. Journaling is supposed to be great for mental health. It's advised by all therapists that I know. So I have linked some products in all of my description boxes. I will make sure it's all updated that you guys find those. But I love this 5-minute gratitude journal that you can find on Amazon because it makes it very easy to open it and list the questions there of just today, what are you grateful for? It makes it very easy to journal if you feel like you have even trouble focusing on journaling. So check out the 5-minute gratitude journal that you can find on Amazon. I love it. And check the description boxes in my videos for those links. All right. Next thing to help with mental health, a huge one, is the mindfulness that I started to talk about. Meditation is recommended by almost all experts to help you be a better person. I love using an app to help me. I'm not good at meditation on my own yet. I think it's a muscle you exercise, meditation, but I do feel really good after I do it. It's like going to the gym. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know if I have time. But after you do it, you're like, yeah, that was 100% worth it. So mindfulness. You're 43 and you're diagnosed at 21. Um, oh, oh, yeah, your biopsy came back negative. Oh, even just the scare of biopsies. Gosh, guys, it's like, whew, that's where you have to feel those emotions, reel it in because here's another thing. I hear quotes and they really help me get through, but I don't want to waste time today worrying about tomorrow. And I don't mean to diminish anybody's feelings by saying that, but When I start to spiral, like, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Da, 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 da. Always trust your gut, though, Trina. So if there's, I feel like there's something they can't see, the only way to know is to do a biopsy, is what they will always say. I mean, I had something that looked unusual, a slight lump that we ultrasounded and it looked okay, but my plastic surgeon said, no, the only way to know was to biopsy something. And we did, and that was benign. So you never know still. But the only way to know 100% is to biopsy an area. Or if they don't know where to find it, I guess, you got to make sure you're getting the right imaging done, right? All right, so to continue on, thank you, Trina, for chiming in because that's what I'm here for on this live. Um, Continue on mindfulness meditation. Um, oh, I was talking about worrying, not to spiral down the worrying path. So if you start to spiral down the worrying path, I guess I just try to bring myself to the present moment. That's what I'm saying. Like, be in this present moment. And like, for me, I have very small children, so they can make me very present. Always be your own advocate, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I could tell you that I knew something was wrong before I was diagnosed the first time with breast cancer. I had a little twinge of pain in my breast every day that had started. It's this little twinge, and it just wasn't right. They'll tell you you can't feel cancer, but I don't think that's true, right? 'Cause I had dense breast tissue, so I was feeling a tumor that was fast growing. It was grade 3. My dogs make a debut every time on my channel. All right. So back to mindfulness. Um, Meditate, guys. Find positive podcasts that will help you. I think they are awesome. Or books. And if you're like me, you don't have a lot of time to sit and read. If you are driving or washing dishes, you can do audiobooks. And there is the library app that has free, and there's Audible that has all the latest and newest stuff. Also, a great option. And I have a link in all my description boxes for Audible to try it for free for a month. A positive lymph node. Yeah, yeah. Try to bring yourself back to the moment. It's one of my best advice for you guys. Try to come back to the moment and come back to the first thing I started in this. If you missed it, is you got to come back to your breath. Um, Jay Shetty talks about this a lot. Again, he is. I guess he's still a monk. I don't know. I wanted to say like he's an ex-monk. I don't know how to describe that. But anyways, monks are taught that the only thing we are come in this world with and then leave this world with is our breath from the beginning. Oh, ask your question again. I just was starting to read that. Triple negative in December. Yep, if you're triple negative breast cancer, they're gonna say you have to do chemo almost always. I don't know anybody that has been told they don't need to at triple negative. What was your question specifically? Throw it on here again. But come back to your breath, guys, and that will bring you back to present moment, just that breathing. So you're born into this world with breathing, and you will take your last breath someday, but everything else will change, right? You will change physically. How you look will change. Where you live will change. Your family and friends will change, but your breath will never change. It stays with you. So your breath will get you through to bring you back to present moment in mindfulness. It was really powerful to hear that. It was kind of like bone chilling to hear that, to be honest. Like, God, everything in our life changes, but our breath is with us. And if you want to go beyond that, maybe your faith. Yeah, Michelle, you mentioned your mom being in bed after chemo. Is that normal? Um, yes, I think it can be. Yeah, I will. I'll share the podcast. I think being in bed can be absolutely normal. I would just help her take those steps though to make sure she's getting up for even just small walks to the kitchen to get something to drink and to obviously use the restroom, but to not just be totally bedridden, but just to help somewhat circulation. And if she has trouble, maybe you can even help her in bed with helping her stretch her legs. Just some stuff like that will just help with circulation. Some, I mean, even just physical touch can be really good for people. If your mom doesn't mind it, if you can just try to have her lift her hands up and down and bend her knees in and out, and then just to get up for those basic needs. But I think it can be normal, and it's just going to depend on how that person was physically before cancer, where they're at in their stage of cancer, and their age. I mean, age is a factor, right? I was 31 the first time. What? What do you want, dog? What? How did I find confidence when I lost my hair? Okay, let's acknowledge the first thing, which is again, how you're feeling about losing your hair. Are you scared? I mean, it's scary. Yeah, I love shore walks too to help. Um, the thought of losing my hair was the first time that I cried, I think, like really cried when I was diagnosed with cancer. Because people won't necessarily know what you're going through, but the hair is like such a, like and anybody that sees you without your hair will know. So it's a big part of dealing with the emotions. Um, I shared chemo hair loss video. I don't know if you checked that out. It kind of talks about some of the emotions through it. Um, my dog is not going to let me continue. Just harder. This is live. Uh, um, how are we doing on chemo hair loss video? I hope it helps you a bit there. Um, I think you just gotta accept the feelings of what's going on with losing the hair. Like, what is it? You know what? I was dating my husband at the time and like newly dating, and I'm gonna lose my hair and my breasts, and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot date this man and go through this. And for me, he helped me through it because he just flat out said, I don't care if you lose your hair. That's I don't care. So having somebody acknowledge my own fears of what I was about to go through was very helpful. Okay, let's get some more light. And then what is it, dog? What do you want? There you go. Eat food. Yeah, I'm somebody that just, just owned being bald. And yeah, that's hard for a lot of people to do, though. And there are amazing wigs out there. And I've heard people say that they really like the synthetic ones that are actually cheaper, I think. So don't be afraid of just going and trying on wigs now before you lose your hair. That's something I did. Um, Oh, that is great. Yeah, this will test you guys, and it's in a good way. Like I think I've heard stories of people leaving, somebody gets diagnosed with cancer, but it'll also bring out the really good people in your life. So hold on to that. No, Ryder, not right now, bud. My dog's saying, wrap it up. Okay, so next point I'll address. Oh, I talked about unblocking the emotions so you could feel all of it. That's it. I want to give you guys a huge update in my life that my mom was just finishing her third breast cancer journey. She has had breast cancer 3 times. She is in her 60s. I'm going to be honest, I forgot how old she is, 66? Something like that. What's up, bud? Here, have some food in your bowl. I'm one of these people, I cannot like ignore surroundings. You don't wear wigs, you keep your head cover. Yeah, I know, because a head cover does make it more comfortable sometimes. And plus, you don't want the sun on you all the time, or if you're inside and you work in a cold office, then you're cold. So get some head wraps ready for hair loss. Get some really cute hats ready for hair loss, and get a wig, at least one. If that's the route you'll probably go, have it ready so you feel prepared. That's great tips for hair loss. But huge update, my mom had her port removed last Friday. So, hi, I am well, thank you. Uh, problem in the left arm, it wouldn't stay. Oh, your implant wouldn't stay. I've had problems with implants, but that was a staph infection, so that's like a long story. Yeah, Amazon has great head wraps, and I have linked. I think I have a link in most of the description boxes to a head wrap, and that'll take you to a path of where you can find some good ones from there. But my mom had her port removed. She is done with cancer treatment for the third time. My mom has had 3 um, diagnosis of breast cancer. Reoccurrence each time was cleared NED. And I don't say that to scare you guys, but here's the difference for my mom and I. Thank you. Is that we are BRCA positive, BRCA1 positive, which puts us at huge risk for breast cancer. And we have had everything removed, but her and I have such a strong mutated gene that wants to work against us that we had tumors near our ribs. So my mom went through chemo again, lost her hair for the third time again, just finished radiation, and she's looking great. Her hair's growing back. She finished chemo in December. Her hair's growing back, and Radiation's done, so she's healing from that, and I think she's just trying to navigate like me, like through the fatigue and emotions again. Thank you so much. Oh, and the port is gone. It is like awesome. It is like it's just like you can't even believe it. You're like, is this really happening? So that is a huge update I wanted to share with you guys. She had ANC the first time and Taxol the other times. If you have ANC for one of your diagnoses, they usually will not do it again. And to be honest with you guys, I've researched and I know a lot about breast cancer, and I don't know exactly why that is, but they don't do ANC again. So the red devil chemo, you get it once, and if you get diagnosed again, then they usually move on to other chemos like Taxol or carboplatin, depending on your cancer. So she had Taxol and carboplatin, I think, the last 2 times. But she's doing really well, and we're just really proud to have her done. So that's the update, guys. Update with me. Oh, things are good. I'm just tired. Somebody come babysit my kids. Um, an infection, and more sutures. Oh, somebody's talking about losing their implant. Taxotere. I don't. What is Taxotere? Is that a pill that you continue after? My mom is still on medications. She will be on 2 medications for at least a couple years, one for 2 years, one for maybe 5 years after her diagnosis. Um, one is to suppress all of the hormones, right? It's not tamoxifen, but it's well, I know one of them is that olaparib one, and that one is supposed to help with people that are BRCA positive or have stage 4 ovarian to really suppress our body from. It is a chemo. Okay. Chemo, guys, unfortunately, it's the gift that keeps on giving. No. What I mean by that is chemo is just, it has its effects, and sometimes it has lasting effects. Ooh, exciting news, though. Chemo was almost a year ago, guys. I got done with chemo end of April last year. I'm almost a year from it, and my hair's been growing back. Literally today, I'm noticing even new growth still from after chemo. So our body goes through so much. Thank you, guys. I'm so proud my mom is on the other side with me again. So your body's ever changing, and my skin is so dry since chemo, but I'm in dry Arizona, to be honest. So, um, that's the update, guys, from mom, from me. When I say, "Oh, how am I?" I'm really good, but I think I'm in the point of like a little bit of the PTSD that comes with being a survivor. Like I'm just starting to let all the emotions of that seep in, that I went through that again, that sucked. It was scary. I still don't know how I did it with 2 small kids, but somehow, well, I do know how I did it. I did it because a couple of things. I had family and friends that helped me tremendously, and I had an outlet like YouTube to help me. So let it out, guys. Thank you. Your hands get better, meaning neuropathy. Um, neuropathy. Ay, ay, ay. Yes and no. Neuropathy, I don't feel like it gets worse, but I feel like it could take a while to get better. Um, my dog is nuts right now. So, neuropathy can take a while to get better. Um, oh, I'm sorry you've been feeling depressed. It just, you know what? I mean, you're saying it out loud. That's a step. That's a step right there. Got to say it. You know what? I'm feeling down. Guys, I've given tips. You're going to have to play this video back, kind of go through what I've said. But a bottom line for some of us too is you got to talk to your doctors or a doctor during this time. And if you need to get on medication to help with something, like don't be afraid to. You got to help yourself, because no one's going to do it for you. You got to do it. Be your advocate. Neuropathy, the best thing I can do is to say probably do some stuff to help you physically, like yoga, try to continue to eat really well. Acupuncture has helped me before with neuropathy. But honestly, I think it's just time, and we cannot control time during this process. Can't do it. You got to give yourself some time. I don't know supplements that specifically help with it. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, so it could help a little bit. Or I'm spacing on another supplement that helps with inflammation. Whoa. I'll have to look it up, and I'll share it with you guys soon. But oh, thank you, Arlene. I've been seeing your comments, so thank you for being on here. Thank you guys for always just supporting me, being on here, commenting. You could do acupuncture while on chemo. I'm sorry, I'm waving this pen in your face. Um, my AirPods are dying. You can do acupuncture on chemo. It's not a medication. It doesn't interfere. My cancer center actually had it in-house at one point, which was amazing. Gabapentin is a prescribed medication that can help with neuropathy. I was prescribed it at one point and I didn't take it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I just should take the meds and I just, whatever. They have side effects and I'm all picky. Gabapentin, yep. Ask your doctor about helping your neuropathy. Oh, glad to catch you too, Melody. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Someone asked about a port and scar. I don't remember, I don't know what your question was on it, but here is the scar from the first time, and you can see it's not very red and it's kind of like faded into my body a bit. Here's the two scars. My most recent scar, gosh, this one was like, is just taking longer to heal. It was sore up until like a month ago, I feel like just slightly, you know? So you guys are hearing my dog being a dog right now. Um, Yeah, so this one is taking longer to heal. I need to be better probably about putting lotion on it and all the ointment I tell you guys to do. All right, guys. So thank you for catching me on this live. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here so I can continue helping my dog. And thank you guys for being here. Save your questions, send them to me on Instagram or just comment in my video here. Oh, Claritin Daily. I didn't know about Claritin daily for neuropathy, but I know I was told to take Claritin to help with the side effects of bone aches from the new last shots. Shots that boost your neutrophils are going to make you feel really achy. That's different than neuropathy. It literally makes your legs feel like they're just achy and restlessness at night. It's super uncomfortable when you have to do shots to boost the neutrophils. And Claritin helps with that. Oh, thank you for being on here. Yeah, check out the replay. That's all right. I'll be doing more lives. I think my plan is to do like 2 a month. I think that'd be a good goal for me. I'm trying not to overdo it, but I want to be present for you all. So, um, any last throw on a last minute question? Anybody? You're welcome. I know, Melody. I know. I'm just so like sometimes I'm just like I'm so over the meds because you take a med to help with something and then that med has a side effect. It causes like gabapentin causes fatigue and I don't have time to be tired. You're welcome. Thank you for taking the time to be here to all of you. Um, it does take my time. This is a hobby. I get very little, if any, like compensation from YouTube for being here. This is truly just a passionate hobby that I'm here for you guys. And I'm still trying to figure out the best way to help you all. But, um, oh, taste buds. That's I don't know anything that helps the taste except for time and finding things that do taste good. I think I've mentioned it before on some of my videos, but you got to do things that are already very vibrant tasting in your food, like lemon, garlic. And if you're looking for, to me, the sweet taste buds stayed. So that was fine. I could have sweets like chocolate and ice cream and be like, yep, that tasted good. But as far as regular meals, oh, it's just disappointing. And I'm sorry. But your taste comes back just like after COVID. If you've had COVID, I don't know. I had COVID. I didn't know I had COVID. Um, I tested positive at Thanksgiving and we isolated, but I had no symptoms. Thank you guys. Well, same to you all. I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you for being here. Check the replay back, and I'll be bringing a video to you very soon. I'll post a video next week. Haven't decided on my topic for that yet, but you never know. I'll just navigate through what feels right. If you guys want to see a specific topic, make sure you comment. And again, I will just look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much, Eileen. Thank you. All right, guys. Have a great night. Peace, love, and one day at a time.